Welcome to Caregiver Crossing, a podcast brought to you by Joy's House, presented in partnership with Cardon and Associates. Happy you're here. Caregiver Crossing, just in case you don't know, is a podcast created just for you, the caregiver. Hi, I'm Tina McIntosh.
Hello, I'm Terry Lynn Stacy from Hancock County.
Hey, and I'm Candace Hannibal. Good morning, everybody.
Many of you probably already know this, but April is National Autism Awareness Month. And so, here in Caregiver Crossing, we like to highlight our loved ones' abilities so much more than their challenges. And today we're joined by someone who has made it her mission in life to create an environment for individuals living with intellectual and developmental disabilities to learn, grow, belong, and thrive. She is our friend. She used to work with us at Joy's House. We love her, love her, love her. And her name is Jennifer Sell. First of all, Jennifer, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Miss your face though. So, we have known Jennifer for a long time, and we always knew her dream was to start an organization called Same as You. And so we want to just get right into it with you. Tell us a little bit about you. And then, of course, we're going to want to know at some point about Same as You.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. I grew up in Noblesville, and I am an IU grad. After school, I went to Chicago. I loved living downtown. Married my college sweetheart, and we moved to downtown Noblesville when it was time to start a family. So I've got 3 daughters. The oldest is almost 25, lives in Alabama. My middle daughter, which was my inspiration behind Same as You, and my youngest daughter, who is graduating high school this year.
I want to hear about the daughter that inspired Same as You.
Got it. Yep. Her name's Jessica Sell, and she watched her big sister graduate high school, and she was very observant of the graduation party from, the white box that people put the envelopes in with the cash. And then soon after that, started talking about what her high school graduation would look like. And she planned her whole graduation party, and then what was next? Where would she go to college? And as a parent, it's a very exciting time leaving high school, but Jessica has Down syndrome. So for someone with a developmental disability, it is quite a different story, a good story, but a different story. And other parents I have shared this similar feelings that it's like coming to the edge of a cliff. And these kiddos started school when they were 3. Often they started the school system for early intervention at the age of 3. And at the end of that high school career, the next steps are not as clear for them as it is for someone without a disability. So that was what started this journey, which includes a part of my time at Joy's House, but really started this journey of what would life look like for Jessica after high school.
So Jennifer, what does life typically look like after high school if you don't have a program like Same as You?
Well, so they're watching their friends go off to college. They're watching their friends join the military. They're watching their friends get full-time jobs. So what was meant to educate them also provided this amazing opportunity for social connection, for community. And it's not just school, it's youth groups. So many clubs and programming is set for that 18 and younger, that person in the high school setting. So when that ends, it can be really scary. And, I watched a family with 3 girls. Middle daughter has Down syndrome. And I share this story with permission from mom, but I watched this family whose daughter is about 5 or 6 years older than Jess. And she went through a very dark season of depression. She watched both of her sisters leave the house and go off to school. And there she was. These folks are so wanting to have jobs, and they do. A lot of them do have jobs, but the underemployment rate, the average person with a disability in our community is just, maybe 10, 15 hours a week. So what happens? Mom and dad might still be working. They had this whole week that was filled with school and people and fun activities, and they were learning. And now what? And that scared that scared me. In fact, Tina, I don't even know if you remember this, but I started visiting places knowing that Jessica, in the state of Indiana, these young people get to go to school until they're 22 and then they age out. So I started this path of figuring out where Jess would go. And I wandered into Joy's house because I was always interested in your expansion. I had a tour that day, and it's beautiful. And I left feeling happy for elderly people and frustrated for someone who was parenting someone with a disability, because it felt like, why do people with disabilities get the leftovers? Why do they get the yuck? And I wanted a beautiful place like Joy's house. So that was maybe 6 months before I came to your office to pick your brain on how you started Joy's house. And then who knew I was going to spend time working there? And Candace, you were my boss. There are great programs out there. So I don't want to say that we didn't already have good things in Indiana, but for us, for our family, I just envisioned something different. I envisioned something that had a college-like setting, and that's what Same as You is.
I will say this, there are people in life that I've met who would be happy to sit back and happy to watch the mail lady come and go and the neighbors walk the dogs. Jessica is not one of them. I pride myself in I can win just about anybody over. Jess is tough cookies, man. She never really took to me. I'm not done yet. Like I'm still here. I still got a shot. But I look at her and her determination and her desire for not just community, for growth, for independence and purpose and her life. Like Same as You has been, I know because I follow you and I love you. Same as You has been incredible for your daughter. It has been incredible for so many others. How many students do you have enrolled in school right now?
We have 65.
Wow.
So
Wow.
started 9 weeks before the shutdown, and so grateful and so blessed for White River Christian Church. They gave us space. So we had 2 classrooms and use of their building for 3 years, and then we reached capacity, and we're now in our own space, and we needed that to be able to serve more young adults. But it's crazy. I mean, it's just crazy because what I had dreamed for my daughter, so did so many other parents. And they have really just loved on Same as You, and they want us to be here for the long haul. And it's been really just great to be able to welcome these people.
What does it look like? What does that look like? A day look like for somebody that will come to your place?
Oh my gosh. It's like we're like a fusion of college life, the best social club ever. We don't give homework. We don't follow IEPs. We dance. We have classes. My daughter always wanted to take Spanish in high school, and at the IEP meetings, they said, "Yeah, well, no. How about another art class?" We have a retired Spanish teacher volunteer that comes, and we have a retired gym teacher. He coached football at North Central for 31 years. Is Coach Miley and Professor Miley, and so now we spend a lot of time on current events, but we just have a lot of fun. And it doesn't matter to us if someone is reading at the kindergarten level or the high school level, because the more important part of our mission is reminding them that they matter and that they have community, and they find it here. So we do have those classes because we know that a lot of these folks are not done learning yet. And we also know they're at such a risk for losing the skills they worked so hard to learn throughout those years in school. So we do have a classroom setting. They really do identify Same as You as their college, but it is totally fun.
Wow. And does ages matter? The actual age of someone that will come?
Yeah, so you have to be 18. We have a lot of folks that are still under the umbrella of the school system. They might be in that program 3 days a week and with us 2 days a week. If I had to pick an average of our student body, it's like 23, 24, around there. But our oldest is mid 30s. We would go higher than that. I just can't even imagine like getting to the point of making them leave. We have been blessed we now have room for 6 classrooms, and we sit on 6 acres of land. So we have big dreams for what the future looks like, and having jobs for our people where they get paid and things like that. So, and I always say, someone will say, well, how long can you come to Same as You? And I jokingly say, well, we're like Hotel California. Once you come, you can't. But we're not not giving a certificate. We're not, it's not a, a 2-year program and you leave, because the need's still there. So as they age, we want to evolve and be able to still serve these folks.
Yeah, it's an incredible program. Now you've had all kinds of press on it, Jennifer, and you are just so respected in what you're doing. How can people learn more? And particularly if they have a loved one, if they want to donate, if they want to volunteer, like how do they find out about opportunities?
Well, the nice thing, Tina, that donate button works 24/7. But they can go to our website, sameasyou.org, and find all the information they need. And we would love to. So I'm the first point of contact. When someone sends an email through the website, it comes to me, and I'll call you and have a conversation with you. We'll schedule a time to bring your person up, and they get to see the classroom. They get to meet with Sarah McGregor. She's our co-founder and education director. And then when they leave, the goal is for them to really understand if we are a good option. It's kind of goes both ways. We know that we can't serve, there are certain requirements to be at Same as You. And so it's they get to see the school. We get to see if we're the best place equipped to serve them. As far as volunteering, we love volunteers. And now that we have the building, I'm looking out at the thistles growing up. Like, I think they grew 2 inches while I was at lunch. So, but we have so much fun with our volunteers. And we know that this. I mean, nonprofits need volunteers. The person I miss the most from when we met at the church and I didn't have to worry about anything is Benedict, the facilities guy. Miss Benedict like crazy.
Understood. Well, we are just we're proud to be a small part of your journey and know that you are changing lives all the time. And tell Jessica, I can't wait to get together with her again. She's going to love it. I'm telling you, she's
I will. And Tina, I have to say, I mean, gosh, you brought me on knowing what my dream was. And the time that I spent at Joyce House was incredible. I mean, I'm just telling you, you prepared me so well for Same as You, because I didn't understand this part of the nonprofit side. And I am really just forever grateful. That was just huge of you to do. So thank you.
You're welcome. I mean, and what Jennifer is talking about is we knew going into the relationship when we were hiring her that she wanted to learn about not-for-profit from the inside out. And, I think you have the same philosophy, Jennifer, whether it's the same words or not. Like, we always want people who are involved with Joyce House to be better for being a part. We want to be better selfishly for you being a part, which, let's be honest, we were super sad when you left because you're just incredible. And we also want you to be better for it. So it's a great relationship. I'm glad it continues. And Same as You, get to know them, find out what they need and how they need it. Just incredible people. So congrats.
Listen, thank you. What a great conversation. As we close the show, we just want to remind our listeners that they can contact Tina McIntosh for more information and resources to help you through the journey of caregiving. Do that by sending Tina a note at tina@joycehouse.org.
Caregiver Crossing is supported by Cardon and Associates, with 20 communities owned, operated, and managed in the Midwest and more than 40 years of senior living experience. Cardon and Associates provides residents with the best senior living options and personalized care. Until next time, take good care of each other. This is Caregiver Crossing.